I think people have to be courageous and speak out, you know. Very often people will say to me, oh my gosh, you say what I wish I could say. Well, what I say to them is you can say it. If we don't fight for this, if we don't fight for what we know is in the best interest of our students, then why are we part of this very noble profession?
I think you always have to make the people that you surround yourself with constantly feel that they're valued members of the team in whatever ways that may be, whether it be to say hi, talk to them, how's it going, okay? Just ways of making human contact with people to make them feel you're part of the school community is imperative.
Bethpage is a district that everything goes right in. It's a great partnership between students, parents, teachers, administrators, clerical, custodial. Everybody has a stake in the success of students in Bethpage, and it really is a unique place to work, and I'm just privileged to be part of it.
I'm very proud of the reputation that the Children's Readiness Center has. The skill of our staff is only surpassed by their passion and their compassion for the children and the families that we work with. Our ability to support our local school districts as well as our families continues even when children leave our program.
I'm most proud of the connections that we can make between people who survived the Holocaust and continue to tell their experiences and sometimes even relive them in order to communicate to young people the dangers of fear and hatred and bigotry.
I'm very passionate about the fact that we have a responsibility to every student that walks into our building to ensure that they have what they need, whether they go into the business world, whether they go into further education, whatever the case may be. Our job is to make sure that we instill a love of learning in them, that we teach them the skills they need to be productive members of our society.
It also means a lot to me and the staff that I work with to really see the changes we're able to make in an individual's lives and even in communities. So it's very, very rewarding.
In every club I try to really make my mark on it, and I think that's the most important thing. You can have an activity sheet 5 pages long, but it's more what you leave behind when you're done with that club, and that's what I've always tried to do in my clubs, like bring in Glamour Gals to my school. That will be at my school after I graduate, and that I think is the biggest thing for me.
That enthusiasm for learning is what I like to get across to my students. That's part of my philosophy, to draw out that enthusiasm for learning that's within all of us.
I like to see people having fun and people appreciating the Carrie spirit, having people be able to look back at these moments and remember that they were so happy and the way that everything played out.
When we started out, you know, it was time of the hippies. So the kids got wonderful homegrown food, and we had tie-dye all over the house. I'm one of the lucky ones. I heard a quote, and it said, do something every day that makes your life sing. And that's what I do every day, and it's a blessing.
In every decision that I make, children are at the center of it. And I think about what our future will be. And that's why we have this motto in Plainview Bethpage, building futures together. Because it really is about the future. And if we can strengthen what we do in the classroom and open up opportunities for children, that will be my brand.
My most memorable accomplishment is what we've been able to do at Southside in regard to equity. And the way that we've done it is through detracking, so that now all of our students take International Baccalaureate English and History for the first time this year, foreign language.
I've been in education for the last 37 years. I have been proud of every step of my journey, starting as a teacher aide, whether it's a teacher aide, a teacher, or an administrator. I think the key to being successful in the world of special education is to work collaboratively as a team. It takes parents, it takes districts, it takes administration, it takes teacher aides, it takes the whole school community to help really enrich the fabric of a child's life.
We've had quite a few students come through our program. It makes me feel very good that I was able to have a positive influence on their education and on their life. I do keep track of some of my students, Quite a few go on to community college. Some go on to four-year colleges. Quite a few go into nursing programs.
I think it's about like pep rally, looking at everyone having an awesome time. When you look at during the March Jamboree, all the little kids that come and play the games, it's just, you get a heartwarming sense. It just makes you happy. It's not about me, it's not about anything other than looking at the smiles on those kids' faces and knowing that like you had a hand in doing that.
I think that I'm most proud of creating a footprint that has lasted for 41 years, that people respect and have asked us to do more. Remembering that we started with a small group of children in our home in Seacliff, about 9 children in 1972. It was the beginning of the women's movement. And now we have 1,000 children in 7 different locations.
I feel like a proud parent of 500 kids, because these students embrace the opportunities, they make the most of them. There's a certain pride that I think only comes from being able to see that light go on in a student's eyes and watch them as they start to explore their career, find out they love it, and just jump in with both feet. It's an incredible experience.
We are providing food and other support services to about 316,000 people right here on Long Island, including 70,000 children. Hunger is so much more about just, having the pain in your stomach that you need food. It's about being healthy. It's about being able to go to school and learn alongside your peers. It's about being able to hold down a job without any kind of distractions.
One of my favorites has got to be Glamour Gals. 3 of my friends and I brought this to my high school 2 years ago, and once a month we travel to a local nursing home and give the women manicures and makeovers, and they love it. It is their favorite part of the day. It's just so rewarding.
Many families who have stayed in touch with us because of the support and the guidance that we have provided for them. The journey that they're on is a very, very difficult one. We have made a profound effect on the lives of many children with significant needs.
It is very important to us that young people across Long Island are learning the history of and the lessons and legacies of the Holocaust. We provide programming both at the Holocaust Center and in schools throughout Long Island.
I've worked with thousands of students over the last 29 years in Bethpage, and just seeing them grow, hearing from them as they've matured, as they've had their own families. Bethpage is unique in that many families stay in Bethpage. Kids whose I had as students years ago, their kids are now going to our schools, and that is the community spirit that we thrive on and that we nurture.
I am proud of the work that my teachers are doing. I'm proud of the work that my principals are doing. There's engagement, there is focus on challenging students, and I know that this is happening in other public schools all over. We are working harder than we've ever been before. We're holding people more accountable.
This kid wakes up with a smile in the morning, and I have to make him go to bed, because he's doing something that pertains to music. It helps him to talk and communicate, it's therapeutic to him, it helps his development. No matter what your challenge may be in life, all things are possible. Just tap into what it is that, that you're good at. Find the right people to put around you, the support system, and go forward. And don't let anything stop you.
I would like to say thank you for this wonderful award. My heart is glad and I'm so excited. Thank you so very much. This means so much to me.